Today's episode is sponsored by 460 Nature Reserve, a brand with a purpose. If clothes were fruit, 460 would be in the organic section. It's nutrition, not just food.
So you know there's a clothing line called SN1 wear, and obviously it's off the back of gigs.
Like, what is your condition?
I got a condition called Lupus, SLE, and Lupus discoid. Autoimmune condition. My bones and my muscles, my joints and all that, plus my skin. Anyone could have an invisible condition that you just don't even know about. Do you know what I mean? Like even a smell, someone smelling, that could be a condition. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, but mentally, I've always felt like I've been in the middle of the queue, not at the front or not at the back. So me going prison, it's not like it's a race or anything or whatnot, but I'm feeling like this is late. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey guys, Charlie here, LITC podcast, LITC Media. We've got another podcast coming up. What I need from you guys, I really need from you guys, is to like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. I think there should be some sort of thing coming up here telling you to like and subscribe. But if you can do that, it will really help us grow our following along our journey. All right, here we are, LITC podcast, episode 15. We got the one and only FOS.
Nice to meet you.
Cool. So I don't know if you've watched our podcast, but the way we like to start is by looking at a piece of art. We've been using the same art for quite some time. I think we're gonna have to change it soon. But so just looking at this art is just basically what it says to you.
Yeah. Basically, I just noticed that there's two eyes that's just staring at me. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know where it actually kind of, do you know what I mean? Confrontational, staring down at me, looking up. I probably don't know. And the red stripe in the middle kind of looks like a nose to me, from this kind of thing. Kind of, I don't know, the strength and power of the look, the stern, if you get what I mean. And that's about it, really.
No, that's proper. You know what I picked up from that when you said that, and I don't think anyone said that. You see, like, people talk about the eyes, but you said, the eyes looking at you. Yeah. But then you said, like, what was interesting when you said confrontational. Do you know what I mean? So it's like someone looking at you. What do we take from that? And especially, where we're coming from, it's like someone looks at you too long, it's a confrontation. Do you know what I mean? So that's really interesting. Like when you said that still. But with our show, like the way we like to start is like going back to the very beginning, how you grew up, family, siblings, where you grew up, and that, just to get to know your story and how you've got to where you are now. So
yeah, basically, always lived Queens Road, Peckham. In the estate that's actually, I think, knocked down and rebuilt now, something called Acorn.
Yeah.
It was like a grey estate, you know what I mean? Like, and I remember we lived up there. I think it was like me, my mum and my dad in like a 1-bedroom flat, like on the top floor. I think all the 1 bedrooms on the top floor. Then before you knew it,
so you had the penthouse, yeah? You had the penthouse.
You call it that. But then obviously before you knew it, we moved to like Coastal Estate. And that's where I just lived. Majority, my mum still lives there now, basically.
You're the eldest.
Yeah, I'm the eldest, basically. It's so mad, because I used to say I think I was the only child, but I bumped into a girl from school, primary school the other day called Ella, but she had both parents as well. Yeah. But I think it was just like me and her, basically, if you get what I mean. So that was very rare. And
did you see at the time, like obviously when we're older and we look back and stuff, did you notice that, like at that time at a young age, did you notice that, bro, I'm the only one that's got...
Do you know what's so funny, yeah? Like, my parents used to come up to me, and they used to say, like, bro, like, you're the only one living with your mum and dad, bro. Yeah. Do you know how lucky you are? Do you know what I mean? And it was so mad. It wasn't something that we broadcast and thingy, but obviously I noticed and my friends noticed as well. And it was like, so my dad was kind of guy, like, if we was doing whatever we were doing in school, you know, that they'd be like, Big Steve, like, kind of fits up kind of thing, you know what I mean? So, yeah, my dad was very present, if you get what I mean.
So you said, so being the eldest,
Yeah.
so were you someone that used to look after your siblings quite a bit? Did you feel a lot of responsibility from a young age, or?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. Basically, growing up, me and my brother looked like twins.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like a little 5-year gap or whatever. But my mum, like very proud mother and stuff like that. So when we went out, she had this thing in our head that we had to look like, how can I say, like I don't know, like just look good, like clean, fresh kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Your church clothes, basically.
So basically, it's like majority of the time, whatever I had, my brother would have in a different color.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like we just look like twins all the time, if you get what I mean. You know, obviously you're the eldest, so you have to keep watch and stuff like that. And dad worked nights. So it's like mum worked during the day. So, come back after primary school and stuff like that. You want to go outside, it's like, you're responsible, innit? Like dad's sleeping kind of thing.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So, man.
Yeah.
It was good. Like, and we played a lot of football back then.
Just on the road, like just playing ball.
See, like, how can I say? Obviously, I don't know how people have a picture of Peckham, but for me, I know people think Peckham was like predominantly black, but on my estate, it was like a mix of cultures. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it was like, I grew up, like, obviously, my bedroom rocks, you see him around me all the time. Mix, right? DJ, Mike White. And the next guy called like Danny Hams, who lived behind me, that was a white boy. Do you know what I mean? And we all grew up like playing football, do you know what I mean? But me and Danny was like super close, do you know what I mean? Like Danny could just come around my house and like Danny's front doors is always open, I'll just walk in there kind of thing, do you know what I mean? So it was like, I always had that mixed culture of friends. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? And this is back in the days where like Millwall and, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm a Liverpool supporter. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying like, back then, obviously, Danny, he's like Millwall. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, a lot of my mates was Millwall and a lot of my mates was Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? And Liverpool played Millwall twice at the Den. Do you know what I mean? I went to both.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So the stuff that I experienced there and stuff, I think I just saw stuff and learned a lot early, if you get what I mean. Like even like the cycle of things that used to happen on our estate that I only realised happened as I got older, if you get what I mean.
Makes sense.
But I was totally oblivious to a lot of stuff, if you get what I mean, just for the fact that I kicked ball.
Yeah, but I feel like, not because we're from there, but I feel Peckham's very different in terms of when you talk about, when people put out this word diversity, I think Peckham's really different in terms of the cultures.
Yeah.
Like, so you got like the white boys, white girls,
Yeah.
but then you got like the Caribbeans and you got the Africans.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So like, one of your best mates is African, so you're going into his house and it's like, take your hat off, be like this, like, wait, don't make noise in my mum's house. And then you go into your white mate's house and it might be like the door's open, do you know what I mean? Then you go to your Caribbean house. And then it's like, proper clean, do you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like growing up like in Peckham, it has a lot of that, like culture. So you start to learn how to move, like, do you know what I mean, in different environments.
I'm telling you, I remember, you see like, how can I say it? Like, to find a shop open on a Sunday was a madness. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you remember them days? Do you know what I mean? And I'm saying like, weed back then, Africans never used to go near it. This was mad. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? So a lot of my friends, this was like some mad devil, do you know what I mean? And I'm saying these were the times where the Caribbean culture kind of took over black people, if you get what I'm saying. Obviously, we're all black, if you get what I mean. But I'm just saying, like, so like a lot of people was Caribbean when they wasn't.
I've been guilty of it. I've done it myself. I've done it myself.
No, so like I think we've seen a lot of, you know what I'm saying? In like growing up in like I was called a lighty, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like so. It's funny, man.
100%. So anyway, continue. So you were saying like growing up in the estate, football.
Yeah, so basically, just used to play football in the estate a lot. Obviously, come in and play computer and stuff like that. And where it was that, like I said, my dad was around a lot. We used to do a lot with my dad. And obviously, like, you look up to your dad as well. And used to go around driving in the car as well, go and see my nan, go and see certain things. But it's just certain things my dad would just say and you'd pick up, do you know what I mean? So like, if you're driving by, see like man them just standing on a corner and that, my dad would just be like, what are they doing, man? Like just wasting their time kind of thing, do you know what I mean? And stuff like that I picked up on that I just weren't interested in, you know what I mean? So people will phone me, what are you doing? And I'd be like, what are you doing? They're like, no, I'm saying, I'm playing football. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I was taught into doing kind of productive stuff from young, if you get what I mean. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, where else is doing football and playing for school, do you know what I mean? South London and stuff like that. I joined some team through my brethren's brother Ride. And then before you knew it, I started to realise that winter time when it was football, but I couldn't take it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I proper couldn't take it, like, differently.
Yeah.
I used to, like, wear tracksuit bottoms underneath my shorts. I used to get something from Gap that used to go around my head, around my ears and that, like, cover up, like, differently. I used to hate, every time I used to move, I thought my legs were going to snap. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, I used to grin and bear it. And I think, obviously, we understand why now that most people was, if you get what I mean. But, yeah, so eventually, I just started playing the game because I proper did not like it in the winter.
So you see, like when it was those times and it was in the winter and you're like, oh, like I'm struggling physically because it's so cold. Did you have like your managers, your gaffers, would they get onto you? Like, because you know, like we're talking about that whole Millwall thing. It's like, you should be in your shorts, don't even have a long sleeve, it's cold, don't worry, you got to be a warrior. Did you have any of that sort of stuff going on from managers or?
Nah,
not really.
Because you know, like, I don't know how I just used to cut through all the time, bro.
Yeah.
I just used to cut through. And you see, like, it's not like, obviously we work hard to aspire to be who we want to be and stuff like that. But how I got into these positions was because people kind of see me or scouted me and want it, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah. So it weren't like me, like, yeah, I want to be in this kind of thing. So me turning up in that and then saying to them, I'm feeling like it weren't a problem. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, we all kind of bypass that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, would come on the pitch and that warmed up after I'd performed. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. So
what position you used to play?
Left wing.
What, you lefty, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, you're a bit confident with it, yeah? Easy. So,
I used to be good, really. I used to be good. Like, I don't even want to go back because I forgot about all this. So, like, I'm going primary school and, like, now receipts and these things are coming out. But I'm saying in school, it's like, when you had the first one with the trainers, you'd be coming to school, everyone be like, right, the first man, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember Nike receipts come out, these times £90 or something like that. And my mum bought it for me. I remember coming to school and I was the third person. You get me? Everyone's like, right, third person, you know, like that kind of thing. It's mad, do you know what I mean? But these times, I'm lying to my dad, but you know what I mean? I'm saying to dad's like, you know what I mean? Mum's like, so your mum's like, tell your dad it's 20 quid. Yeah. So like, dad's like, Sunday nights trainers, how much are they? I'm like, 20 quid. He's like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's none the wiser kind of thing, do you know what I mean? So these times, dad found out what was going on. So like, there was a big argument, do you know what I mean? And in my head, I was just thinking, I don't really need this stuff. It's nice, do you know what I mean? Because I'm saying, I'll never forget, like, one time, obviously, I'm getting these expensive trainers. Me and my cousin were the same, like, so we're talking, like, Fila, Patrick Ewing, Fila Cage, you know, like, all this mad stuff. And I remember one time, Ascot come out with these brown trainers, bro. Laces with brown and green. I love these trainers, bro. Don't ask me why, you get me? And then my cousin's going and getting some mad trainers. And my aunt's like, yeah, I think what train? I said, I want these Ascot, bro. Cold, bro. Don't ask me, like, you know me, if I like something, I'm getting it, do you get me? And then she's gone, you sure? I said, yeah. She got to the counter, and she's gone, Dean, like, they're 19 quid, like, you sure you want them? I said, yeah, I like them, I want them. She goes, they're nice. I said, I want them, do you get me? And I'm saying, like, I've always been someone like that. Like, I don't really care, so it's different. But I'm saying, from what I saw my mum and, do you know what I mean? In my head, I was just thinking, I'm just going to be making my own money anyway. Do you know what I mean? I just didn't know how. Do you know what I mean? So then,
what was secondary school like?
Sacred Heart.
Yeah. What was that like? I'm saying, what was secondary school like?
I proper enjoyed school.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed school. Like, the jokes that we had, I think, obviously, and then I think my year was just different as well. Do you know what I mean? And I proper enjoyed it to the fact that, like, I had other mates that used to, like, what do you call it, truancy, bunking off school and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And I used to think, why do you even do that? You know what I mean? And anyway, one day, I don't even know why I decided to do it with them, but I did it with them, bro. It was the most boringest day of my life, bro. Trust me. Like, you know what it was, yeah? Like, no, we didn't want to stay in. Do you know what I mean? So you're outside, you're just ducking from everyone, bro. See a police car, fuck. You know what I mean? Somebody's mum, fuck. And I'm thinking, bro, like, really? Schools? I just never did that again, bro. Trust me.
Alright, so cool. So, like, enjoying school. So what, like, what you want to do? When you're at school, do you know, like, what you want to do, where you want to go?
Nah, I didn't. No. I'll never forget. I remember finishing school, and you see what it is. Yeah, I took all my GCSEs. I did all right as well. I wasn't no A-star candidate and whatnot. Obviously, I had potential to be. You understand what I'm saying? But, like, I just weren't on it. Do you know what I mean? So, lowest grade Ds. Do you know what I mean? So basically, I remember I got my results and that. Like bare D's and that. I remember I think I got 1 B and 1 C. And then my dad said to me, he said, son, so this is what you went to school for? Like, just wasted your time, really. You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do now? He said, what are you going to do now? Do you know what I mean? I was
what you went to school for?
I was just thinking in my head, like, I just don't even know what I want to do. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I never went to school, like, knowing I wanted to do anything, if you get what I mean, kind of thing in my head. Do you know what I mean?
You're just going, innit? Like,
do you get what I'm saying? So then, I remember, it's so mad, because obviously dad's slightly onto me, but mum's like, nah, man, that's my, like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, I'm going to go sixth form for you, mum, kind of thing, you know what I mean? So, it went, I did leisure and tourism and that. Playing for their football team as well. I was loved there. I could cut through there and that. Do you know what I mean? Everything was sweet. Do you know what I mean? But they just didn't want me back, bro.
Yeah,
and the next year. Do you know what I mean? I passed and everything. Do you know what I mean? But certain teachers just, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't go back to sixth form. So what's going on now? So what are you thinking? What am I going to do?
I think these times, I think I stopped football now. I can't remember why, but football's done now. We stopped, you know what I mean? And then like...
was that like motivation's just gone for it now? Or?
I loved the game. Do you understand what I'm saying? The hobby-wise or whatnot, I loved it. But it weren't like me saying I'm going to be a footballer. It weren't like my dream kind of thing, if you get what I mean. So, from when I stopped playing that, it was like I was just open to a lot more things. I was just seeing a lot more things. I was hanging out on the estate a lot more. Because like we used to play football, but against other estates. So like, you know, my estates like Cosmo and like Stone and that's like Boyards. You know what I mean? So we'd play them. Do you know what I mean? And then like brethren like from like Campbell and that, you know what I mean? Adam and that. So then we'll play their estate there. Do you know what I mean? But like, you know, anyone who's chatting crap like they're heavy, I'm like, boy, our estate was smacked. You understand what I'm saying? And we used to just do that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? So before you knew it, obviously not playing football every time. It's like every Sunday we'd line up a match kind of thing. And then sitting around, you just see stuff and that.
And how old was you at that time?
Must have been like 17, 18.
All right, so cool. 18. So you're from Peckham, right?
Yeah.
17, 18. See, when you're lining up this estate to estate, you're playing, you're having these little tournaments, these mini tournaments and that. Did it ever kick off or anything like that with the other estates or not really?
No.
Do you think the image that people would have of where we're from, that they would think things that are possible, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds just lining up football matches against the estates and it's just love, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you think that's the perception that was put out there? So like when we think about...
No, they wouldn't understand that.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even... And I'm trying to say, you see like... How can I say? People labelled me, I'm saying my close friends, as like a nutter. And I'm not saying like a nutter kind of man, because I thought everybody was cool, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think that. Do you understand what I'm saying? If I approach you and we talk rare, you're cool to me, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But many, many times in a hood, people be like, oh, what are you doing? My man's not cool. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, like, it's cool with me. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, like, obviously, later on, you'll see, like, I did certain things and certain things has happened. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because maybe the company I keep or overall, they just don't like me anyway. I don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying? But yeah, I've always thought everyone was cool, so I've always had that persona. Do you understand what I'm saying?
100%.
We're gonna play a football match. This ain't fighting, or do you understand what I'm saying? And who I'm lining up the football match with, like, these are my bedrooms. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna play football with bros with Stone and that, do you understand? Stone ain't gonna make anything. I'm not gonna. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we kind of had that same loyalty, if you get what I'm saying. So it's always been like that, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's interesting because I feel like, especially working like like working in community, for them to think that, especially back then, that 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds could take the initiative and line up their little tournaments, line up their little games, like go from estate to estate. Do you know what I mean? And looking at this time, in this day and age, they're probably, do you know what I mean? It's something you could probably make money out of. Do you know what I mean? And we'll be on social media, this estate versus that estate, have people there. So it's just something. It's quite interesting to me. But you said, one thing I want to touch on. What do you think? Like, it's the two questions. What do you think people's perception was of you? What people thought about you when you were younger? Like, I think you alluded to that when you were saying like they thought you was a nutter and whatnot. But the perception people had of you when you were younger and the perception people have of you now.
Hopefully it's the same. Do you know what I mean? Because you see, like, I don't know for a lot of people, but you see, for me, the people you've seen around me, the people you see around me, they've been around me for like 30 years, bro. Do you know what I mean? Plus. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm talking like, except for Judd, because I met Judd like secondary school. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, like, Judd's a brother anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm saying we're talking like Rocks, like Hollow, like Stone. Do you know what I mean? My bedroom Slums, my personal trainer, Cabbies, the event. Like, I've grown up with these. So I grew up in Peckham and I grew up in Pimlico. Sorry, I didn't even say. I grew up, because obviously, you know what it was like. My mum's mum, my gran, and then lived in Pimlico.
Okay.
And her brother obviously was born around the same time as me, her little brother, if you get what I mean. So it's like, he's my uncle, but we're like that. So it's like we're cousins. So me growing up in Peckham and being at Granny's on the weekend, I grew up in Pimlico too. Do you know what I mean? So I'm saying the people you see around me, I've known them for 30 plus years. Do you understand what I'm saying? So my circle don't change. And like, I'm not saying I don't need no friends, but it's easy to have friends with people like at like certain lengths, if you get what I mean. You don't have to ring them every day. I've got my everyday friend, if you get what I mean. But anyone I'm coming to buck on that, like, it's love all the time. Do you get what I mean? Unless you say it's not. Do you know what I'm saying? I haven't got a problem kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay. Football stopped, so you know what I mean. You're not going sixth form no more. So where'd you go from there?
Sorry, in sixth form, you see a lot of people are smoking weeds and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not like I was oblivious to this, but me playing football, I used to be on to like, don't smoke, don't, do you know what I mean? So anyway, at this point, it's like, in college, you can see them, and I'm just aware of it, if you get what I mean. So obviously my friends are like selling them drawers and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? And then I think one time I come back now, I think me and my bedroom Rots are just chilling on Coastal Estate. And then my next bedroom from Peckham. So obviously you got Queens, like, from Peckham, he comes and shots my bedroom like a jaw. Do you know what I mean? And I don't even know why, but I was just a mate. Like, I was thinking, what the? Don't ask me why. Like, and I looked at, I said, do you see that? Do you know what I mean? And he said, yeah. And I was like, yeah, like, that's got to stop, bruv, kind of thing. Don't ask me why. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? But obviously, in my head, we're just sitting there doing nothing. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I just, from that moment on.
So wait, let me understand that. Why? So what was you, like, offended that he come and shot someone in your estate? What was it? What?
Yeah, because I'm thinking, like, this is man's, do you understand what I'm saying? Do you know
so if anyone's going to do it, we're going to do it, not him.
Exactly. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. And that's just all I was thinking. Do you understand what I'm saying? The way how we kind of family and look after each other and whatnot. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like when we was growing up, like I'm saying, I grew up with black boys, I grew up with white boys. And I'm saying, like, before, like, I don't know how old we was, but we was young. Used to do dumb stuff. The like shop called Bears, used to be a shop called Diamonds. And you had the other off license next to Bears. And I think Friday nights, we used to go and get alcohol.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I didn't even like the stuff, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But these white boys loved it. Do you know what I'm saying? So we used to just go and get it on a Friday night and then drink. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I wouldn't drink like them because I just didn't really like it. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I'm saying we did it. Like, is it something we did? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm saying someone else is coming and bringing weed. Like, I don't know. It just felt like kind of, do you know what I mean? I just said, yeah, like, we should be doing this kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, you're on the estate now. You're selling weed. Most of the people know you from the estate anyway. So like, you got a customer base there. So what sort of like? So you're doing that. Like, what sort of figures are you making at that time?
At that time, it was just it was mad, you know. To be honest, like I can't remember, but at that time, it was brilliant. Do you know what I mean? Like everything was cheap. Not much people was doing it. Do you know what I mean? We was going on holiday all the time. Me and Judd. Do you know what I mean?
So you're making quite a bit of money from it then?
Yeah, because the dollar was, I remember, the pound was doubled in dollars then. Do you know what I mean? We used to go back and forth and buy trainers and all that stuff. But yeah, we was just enjoying life. Do you know what I mean? It was just like I said, like me and my growing up and stuff like that, I didn't really need like money. Do you understand what I'm saying? And my mum and dad looked after us. Do you know what I mean? And I'm saying the balance that they had was that me knowing now they were saving. Do you understand what I'm saying? So dad's on the tip like, we're saving. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mum's on the tip like, we're saving, but my angels ain't looking like tramps. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean?
How'd you get to that point? Like, is it just people you know who you grew up with? Like, because you're talking about getting like keys of weed and whatnot.
Yeah.
Is it just, you just knew people, so you could just go to someone and say, oh, I need a...
You know what, you see, and this is what I'm trying to say, I think, I don't know if I was just special or just lucky, but my circle of friends, someone always specialized in something. Do you know what I mean? And I'm saying like, I've left school being one of the smallest kids in school and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Always cutting through, maybe kind of popular. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I knew a lot of people. Do you know what I mean? My estate was kind of big. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we played football. So I'm saying football is a sociable thing, bro. And I'm saying once you're good at something and that, I think other people acknowledge you. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I get on with people anyway. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I think it was just that. Do you know what I mean? And we're talking like big people we're sending weed to anyway and stuff like that. So before you knew it, it's like, plus you got friends, so you're bringing in your friends anyway. So I'm saying like, this ain't a greedy thing. I've never been greedy. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if I'm gonna live a certain way, I want my friends to be like that with me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying if I've got something, I'm breaking some off from my brethren. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're building up their thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we've always had that kind of family kind of, do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not doing this by myself. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, looking back at it, it was kind of strategic, to be honest.
Okay, so what, did you have any scrapes with the police? Did you get in trouble with the police at any point?
They used to wait for me on both sides of my mum's road. So my mum's road, you could drive in and drive out. Do you know what I mean? But they used to wait for me on both sides of my mum's road. So like, what happened, you know, back in the day, like Colosseum and all that kind of stuff, do you know what I mean? So we used to rave like every week religiously, do you know what I mean? So I used to rave a lot with like the Pimlico lot, do you know what I mean? So we'd be going like Colosseum, is it SW1?
Do you understand what I'm
saying? You know, like all that kind of stuff. So basically, we used to do that on a Saturday, and my cousin went in prison. So I used to get him on day release every Sunday. Do you know what I mean? So I used to rave, stay up, go and get him, bring him to the family, then bring him back. Do you know what I mean? And I remember one day, Fez, I don't even want to get into the story and that and whatnot, and they stopped us, me bringing him back to prison and stuff like that, took my license off me and that and whatnot, arrested me, put me in a cell, and made him make his own way back. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? I've never felt so unjustified before in my life, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, the fight that I had in me, the rage, and obviously I couldn't do nothing. So in my head, I was just like, I'm never getting a license again, bro. Like, forget you people. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? So anyway, these times I just used to drive with no license. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I used to just be driving offences and stuff like that. I wouldn't really get caught with drugs, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Until one day, we was talking about before, her nan died. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I got the phone call. So I was driving, go to the house. And then as I was getting there, Fed stopped me and they nipped me. And then it's basically there's driving. I was going to prison for driving. Do you know what I mean? So this is just the first time kind of thing. Like, yeah. And then after that experience and that and whatnot, it was just, I come out of prison and I just did everything different, innit? Do you know what I mean?
And what was that?
Had a son and all that kind of stuff. So
What you had? Sorry, say again.
I come out and I had to just get a license and do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but so
what was that experience like going to prison? Was it a thing of, what was it like for you? Like, obviously growing up where we grew up, we've got a lot of mates that have gone prison. Do you know what I mean? But what was it like for you, like actually like, wow, I'm going to prison now?
I don't know, but mentally, I've always felt like I've been in the middle of the queue, not at the front or not at the back. So me going prison, like, it's not like it's a race or anything or whatnot, but I'm feeling like this is late. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what you said, everyone else has been in prison already. So I've heard the stories, I've heard this, do you understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Like I used to get my cousin on date, do you know what I mean? So I'm just, on the way there, I was sort of thinking, what's it going to be like kind of thing, do you know what I mean? Like I was just thinking loads of things, do you know what I mean? And then I didn't know what to expect, do you know what I mean? So I remember I got into the holding bit, like, and there's these other people there, do you know what I mean? So obviously you're just sitting there, like, you don't know them, like, you're not talking to them, kind of thing. And then before you knew it, somebody was chatting to me. It ended up being my cellmate, if you get what I mean. And then we had to go to the induction wing or something like that. So we went to the induction wing, and I remember I went in there, and the toilet was in a different bit. Do you know what I mean? So you got the room, and the toilet's in a different bit.
Yeah.
I remember I was sitting there, I was thinking, that man chat shit, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, that man said it was shitting, and you know what I mean? I was thinking, they chat shit anyway, you get me? Yeah. So then now, there's something now, they're saying that you have to fill out something, what's it, your canteen or something like that, do you know what I mean? So basically, by the time I got there, it's like we just missed canteen. So it's like, supposed to get the shit food. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying, innit? Obviously, I didn't know what I was expecting, innit, or what to expect. So anyway, I've gone to the kitchen and that to go and get our thing now. And someone's just calling my name, bro. I'm like, what? Like, Jenny. And he's like, bro, don't you remember me? Right, you get me? And I'm like, no, you get me? But he's breaking down. I'm like, oh, yeah, you get me? Yeah. But he's the head chef, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? So my bedroom, he's nudging me. He's saying, my cellmate that I just met, bro, he's the head chef, bro. Like, he's saying pattern. He's saying pattern. I'm saying pattern, like what, bro? You get me? So then my guy, who's noticed me, he's hotting the servers, deal with FOS proper, like, do it, do you know what I'm saying, kind of thing, you get me? So I'm like, I don't even know what's going on, if you get what I'm saying. So I've gone back to my cell now, and my cellmate, he's pissed off with me. I'm saying, bruv, like, what? Like, you get me? He said, bruv, look what man's eating, you get me? I'm like, bruv, like, what? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's saying, bruv, he didn't even hook me up. I'm saying, bruv, like, I probably didn't understand. I didn't even know what's going on. Do you get what I mean? But obviously, I've got the good thing, like I've got a canteen, and I haven't got a canteen yet. Do you know what I mean? And he's got some dead, like, mad. Do you understand what I'm saying? So obviously, I did feel bad for him, but like, obviously, I realised what was happening there. If you get what I mean? So anyway, before you knew it, we had to move to like the prison bit. I don't know this in my age. Do you know what I mean? So now. We've moved now, and me and him split up now. You know what I'm saying? So now I moved to some bit, and then like they put me in with some brother now. And then like, as soon as I've got in there now, someone's banging you get me? Bang, you get me? And I'm thinking, what? Like, obviously, my cellmate's an African brother. He's like, who is like, you get me? I'm saying, I don't know. Like, so anyway, the toilet's in the cell now. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, fuck, like, do you know what I'm saying? So anyway, the screws open the door now, and it's my bedroom's little brother, bruv. Yeah. Bruv, he's got some sack full of like the stuff like for me, like noodles, everything, ram, like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I said, right, I love bro. He's like, come for anytime, you get me? I put it in. Yeah. And my soulmate's gone to me, bro, who are you, bro? I said, what do you mean? He goes, bro, they love you. How can I, yeah, man? I said, bro, what you have this, bro? What you on about? Like, I don't even, do you know what I mean, kind of thing. I'm not glorifying it or nothing, but wherever I was, that was a youth centre. Like, that weren't like, do you understand what I'm saying? But honestly, it's a waste of time.
Yeah, one of them ones.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think I was just blessed in there. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Who would you say have been people that have been in, like 2 or 3 people that have been quite influential in your life?
I just used to say my dad because he just seemed cool with it. Do you understand what I'm saying, innit? Like, at the time, like, I'd be aspiring to, obviously, America. Do you know what I mean? I don't think here in this country really had role models like that. And the music I was listening to was like Jay-Z, Rockefeller, you understand what I'm saying? And like, I don't know if you've seen Backstage, Rockefeller Backstage.
Okay, yeah.
I'm saying that inspired me big time. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just watching that show, I remember Dame Dash going mad about like their logos not hanging and all this. You know what I mean? Like watching that was just sick for me, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. One thing that I noticed, like when I was like what I know about you and doing a bit of research, you're a bit of an entrepreneur. And where do you feel that you've got that from? Why do you feel like you're like that, or you're someone, or like you just said, like these lot can't come to our block and just do that? It's from a young age, or even arranging football matches. Do you know what I mean? Even from a young age, saying, we're gonna have this tournament, we're gonna have that, like, and then going on to the things that you've done. Where do you think that comes from?
I'm just a kid, bro, and I just want to enjoy it. I just want to have. Do you know what I mean? And I'm saying, like, for me, what ticked my box then was football. I'm a person, we like banter. Like, we get on with people. Do you understand what I'm saying? One thing I like is seeing kids play, and like, I'm like a kid. You understand what I'm saying? Me and my brother would be looking after my sister and stuff like that. So at the same time, I wouldn't have just my sister playing with us. I'll be getting all the other little girls and whatever. I'm like that, inclined to make the games better. Do you understand what I'm saying? So eventually, bro, I started doing my own fun days on that. At the start, you're doing stuff like you're buying drinks, you're buying food, you know what I mean? Remember, I'm doing all right. Do you understand what I'm saying? So at the same time, it's like, I don't know I was giving back at the time, but what I'm doing, I am actually giving back. Do you know what I mean? And I'm saying, like, I can't just keep giving. Do you understand what I'm saying? One day I'll give, do you know what I mean? Like, but the other days, just pay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just that, basically.
Today's episode is sponsored by 460 Nature Reserve, a brand with a purpose. If clothes were fruit, 460 would be in the organic section. It's nutrition, not just food. I agree with you, the whole Dr. Sebi thing, because I've got, obviously, my condition is a lot different from you. I've got diabetes, but it affects, if I eat too much sugar, then what happens behind my eyes, I get a lot of blood clots, which could lead to blindness. I can literally wake up blind if I eat too much sugar. But what I found is that amongst, like within our blood, we've got a lot of mucus based on the food that we eat. So I'm not sure how the Lupus works for you. But you know, food has got a lot to do with this. So it's a dietary food.
I need to hook you out with my specialist, doctor, bro.
Oh, for
real?
The
truth, bro. I called him the messenger, bro.
Yeah.
The truth. You see, when I did my first interview, he DM'd me, bro. Do you know what I mean? And like, he's the coolest, bro. He said he was shook to DM me, bro. Yeah, it took him weeks to DM me, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? But bro, he's the truth, bro. Trust me, the way I understand my diet now, it's different, bro.
Do you know what? Sorry, I wanted to point this out from earlier, like real quick, so not to. You know, I watched an interview with you,
Yeah.
And when I was looking at your skin condition, I was like, wow, you know what? It looks pretty steep. But seeing you in person, it looks very less than it did on.
I've healed though since then. That's what I'm saying. You see all this, bro.
Yeah.
See when it come. This was red, raw, sore, like thingy, like bleeding, painful. No one couldn't touch me, bro.
Yeah.
You touch me, bro. Like, I'm onto you. It stings. My girl used to moan. She can't hug me. You know, like, if I smile, I used to just walk like this. No emotion. If I smiled, laugh, anything, it would rip. That's what, you understand what I'm saying? And it'll be bleeding. Like, it was all around there. If you see my gram, I got some picture of Alicia Keys. Sore, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, like, so when people see me now, I was at a funeral the other day, my friend said, "Oh my God, fuck!" Like, do you know what I mean? Like, bro, like, it's mad, bro.
And then what's that? And you're saying that's from diet and that? Is that from the diet?
Yeah. So like, I haven't eaten meat or red meat for like 8 years now.
See,
Do you know what I'm
Nino's been
saying?
on to me for this red meat. Nino's been on to me for this red meat. And you gotta stop it.
No, but I'm just, you see what it is?
Yeah.
I'm tuned in with myself, and I can't tell a next man, don't do this or don't. I'll tune into your body, bro. Do you know what I mean? No one else knows but you.
Yeah.
And I've been in a position going to the hospital and like them not knowing where it was, and then they're saying it could be lupus, but it's only in ethnic minority and women. Do you know what I mean? So I've changed your fucking hospital book, bro. Because it's in men now. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying, bro, like, who can you trust but yourself? Do you know what I mean?
Like, moving from that, what would you say is the biggest challenge that you faced in your life?
I don't know, man. Maybe my condition.
Okay, and like, what is your condition?
I got a condition called lupus, SLE, and lupus discoid.
Yeah.
So basically, autoimmune condition, my bones and my muscles, my joints and all that, plus my skin. You know what I mean? So I think, yeah, that must have been the biggest challenge for me to just not be mobile, not be able to be free and speak and just, I mean, taught me a lot. Do you know what I mean? And taught me that like anyone could have an invisible condition that you just don't even know about. Do you know what I mean? Like even a smell, someone smelling, that could be a condition. Do you know what I mean? And growing up, if none the wiser, you just kind of just laugh, if you get what I'm saying. Being bedbound and not being able to actually roll over to my front because the pain was that excruciating. And the different flare-ups. So with this condition, you have flare-ups in your body. Do you know what I mean? And it's like one time it was on my right hand side, which blocked my sciatic nerve. So my right side was just fucked. You know what I mean? And then I've had it on the brain. So it was like my speech. I couldn't even really speak, bro. Do you know what I mean? You see my first interview, like I'm coughing and do you know what I mean? It's like I couldn't get my words out, if you know what I mean? In between my ears. So you know your equilibrium, you just fall on the floor and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just this condition taught me a lot, if you get what I mean.
Like, for someone like me or some people that don't know, like, is it something, how do you get it? Is it something you get, or is it something that's in you, dormant? Like,
looking back at my lifestyle, my younger days on that, I think it was I think I understand why I've got it now. And like it was maybe lurking all the time. I was just supposed to be fighting it. Because I used to be like a fitness fanatic, going to the gym all the time and stuff like that.
you still look like a fitness fanatic, mate.
But,
Don't know about that.
no, thanks. But no, basically, yeah, so my lifestyle and my dieting, I believe, contributed to this condition that I've got. Do you know what I mean? Like I said to you, to go to Coliseum and stuff like that, bleach, stay up, get my cousin, do you know what I mean? And then come back, you know, like stuff like that. And obviously doing stuff, trapping to what time and getting up in the morning, do you know what I mean? And my diet consisted of pasta and tuna, you know what I mean? And hard food and stewed chicken, do you know what I mean? Like, not really any veg, I love fruit, do you know what I mean? So you could see, if you put that all down on paper, you could just see it's just destruction after destruction. Do you know what I mean? But obviously at the time, the lack of knowledge, you don't know that, if you get what I mean. So yeah, basically, I'd like to say that to the kids as well. Do you know what I mean? Watch what you eat as well. Do you know what I mean? It's very difficult in this day and age, but it's very important just to have the right balance. Do you know what I mean? I think otherwise you'd just be on the brink of any condition because of the food that they supply us, basically.
So, like, see, like, for you, like, having that condition, I suppose it's very different when, you know, if you're born with something, it's something you're born with, you always had to go through, do you know what I mean? So what's it been like for you, like you're saying, gaining that knowledge and having to, that, I suppose that transition of being a certain way and then not being that way, how's that been? Like, how's that affected you?
I think that's helped me.
Yeah.
To be honest, because I've got a friend that's born with a condition. Do you know what I mean? So he's just always had that. So to be certain ways, he can only remember just being like that with this condition. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I remember being in the gym. I remember being a fitness fanatic. I remember being these things. So these things in my head resonate that I want to get back to. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I know that I can't do it tomorrow. And I know these things take time. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is why my thinking is like that, if you understand what I'm saying. So because I was that way inclined before, I know where I can get back to, if you get what I mean. So I feel like that has helped me, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, 100%. And a lot of times, like even the other day, I was like twisting my ankle, not to say it's the same, but twisting my ankle. And then I remember I was with a friend. I went to like literally this week. So I went to an art exhibition, but I've been walking with a limp.
Mm,
And then I remember saying to my friend, like, you know what? It's not easy if you've got something wrong with you, you know,
mm,
because people love a stare, like, and it's unconsciously, like, people just stare, like, why are you walking like that? Do you know what I mean? So, like, see for you, how has that been, like, just learning that and adjusting to that? Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's you see what it is, yeah? Like I said, I'm an observer, innit? So I've worked in an office, yeah, and my boss, yeah, she knew me before I had lupus. Remember, I was doing this thing, innit? Do you know what I mean? So then it's like, she would see me Monday to Friday, do you know what I mean? Bubbly, just being me. When I had this condition, it was like Monday, Tuesday, fine. Wednesday to Friday, she would see me hobbling, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? Why are you even coming in? Go home. I'd be like, no, like, I can't do that. Once I go home, I'm lying in bed and that's all I'm practicing, staying in bed, like, and then my body would get used to that. So I'm like, nah, I need to be, do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm saying, so in my head, I know people go home just for the sniffles, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? Innit? Do you know what I mean? But I'm saying my fight and their fight is different. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you get what I mean?
Every obstacle's an obstacle.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying, this is why in my head, I'm gotta be this way inclined, if you understand what I'm saying, just for simple things like that. And I know people will take advantage, but they're none the wiser, bro. And that's why I'm saying about a lack of knowledge. You can't blame them, but the lack of knowledge, I'm telling you, they won't be doing these things, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, trust me.
Yeah, 100%. Like, it makes sense. And you was talking about, like you said, about diet, and does diet really makes a massive difference in terms of like your condition and whatnot?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Like, without my dieting and that, I don't know if I'd be as mobile and stuff like that and know about certain foods and what certain foods is actually doing to me, if you get what I mean. So, 1,000,000% is key.
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
So how did you, like, for you, like, all right, so like you say, people have a certain attitude, but how did you go and get that knowledge? Where did you even know where to go and look to get that knowledge to know, like, oh, this will help with this or will help with that or whatnot?
So basically, as soon as I got lupus, yeah, it's like straight away, it's like, I remember I went to one meeting with one of the bad kids, and then their parents was there, and the parents are rustlers. And then after the meeting, the mum pulled me aside, and she said, "What is, yeah?" So I told her, and she's like, "Yeah, basically, go and see this guy, Stephen Ferguson." Do you know what I mean? So obviously, I just Googled, went, paid to go and see this guy. Do you know what I mean? Specialist doctor. So when I went to go and see him, I don't know if you've ever had, because I read up about him first, innit? Do you know what I mean? So these things that I was reading about, like a live blood scan and all this stuff, I never knew about, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm saying that, so I was like, right, let me go and see this guy. Because if I remember correctly, my blood might not even be lasting. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but if I get there, I will find out. Do you know what I mean? So I went there, we did the live blood scan and all this stuff and that, and my blood lasted 4 seconds, bro. Do you know what I mean? So you know, like when you look at your blood cells on a TV screen, you know, like they bounce around and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? My blood cells were static, bro. They didn't move. Do you understand what I'm saying? They was dead instantly. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then we're looking on the screen. This guy's pointing out all this stuff in my blood, bro. Like, parasites, like glucose, like mucus. Like, I'm like, bro, like, but you see this brother, like, he's saying it and he's laughing at me. He's like, like, you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Bro, when I looked at the screen, I couldn't believe it, bro. I was thinking, this is mad. And then he's saying, bro, this is why you're so, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, of course, like, do you know what I mean? Kind of thing, do you know what I mean? So he's like, bro, the first thing you got to do is just wash out your blood and that. You got to change your diet. We have to, do you understand what I'm saying? So then obviously, I was just on that hard. No red meat, started off just chicken breast, no seasoning, and just fish, no seasoning and veg, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
How was that though? Like adjusting to that, like saying like being used to all the seasoning and stuff like that. So was it just like mind over matter? I'm gonna just force myself to like this, or how was that?
Yeah, because so when we say veg, I'm starting off on like the mixed veg, you know, like with like sweet corns in it.
The frozen pack.
Do you get what I'm saying? But before you know it, slowly, because you start taking this Dr. Sebi thing, you start seeing these ingredients, you start buying this stuff. Do you know what I mean? So then it's like you start seeing certain things like cayenne pepper and that, you know what I mean? So like I can use that, do you know what I mean? And you know that's strong. So like I'll be putting bare kind on my kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like and other things like I forgot, but I'll just be using these basic kind of things.
Yeah.
As long as it's peppery and that, I was good, bro. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. And then you just start getting deeper and deeper every so often. You don't realize it, but after a while in your head, it's like what you're saying, innit? It's a bit boring now. You need to switch it up, you know what I mean? So you need to start researching and you're just finding about these different, like, and Johnny and all, you know what I mean? These things that you're allowed to eat, but I just never knew about. Do you get what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say is the biggest failure that you've had, and how that affected you, and how you had to come across that adversity?
Getting ahead of myself. Like I was saying before, so you know there's a clothing line called SN1 wear. And obviously it's off the back of gigs. So basically I'm doing this, and we started off doing SOR and stuff like that, basically sell and return. Do you know what I mean? We're going around dropping this stuff off, getting money back and whatnot. But it's going so mad, it's going crazy. We ended up getting a shop in Peckham, basically. So the fact that I don't know, how we dress back then, people liked how I dressed in it, you get what I mean? So to the fact that at one time, Hollow got a call to go and perform in Napa. Do you know what I mean? So at the time, Blinks was making, Famey was making the stuff in it. Do you know what I mean? So I shouted him, I want a load rare to bring out there so we can just wear his uniform, basically. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously, you know, we get in packs kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, cut a long story short, when we went there and we made this uniform. Well, no, we made these t-shirts. So obviously, Hollow, put this on when you go, you know what I mean? Yeah. Man, wear, do you understand what I'm saying? Because obviously, we're going to be looking different from the rest of you, know what I mean? So at that point, it's just that people wanted it, bro. They were asking us, where do we get these t-shirts from? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? So it's like, like it was constant out in Napa, constant. So obviously, on the way back on the plane, it's a no-brainer if I didn't do it. Yeah. So that's where the confidence kind of come from. It was the people wanted it. Do you know what I mean? So it was in demand. Yeah. So basically, we opened up the shop, and it's doing well. So basically, I don't know if you know, but all over the UK, it's like everyone wanted to come to this place now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Every time everyone's come in London, they're like, right, we got to go to the shop kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? So in that retrospect, it's like, at the time, to my left of me, like it's like I'm seeing like, who was it? The Trap Star, do you know what I mean? To the right of me, I'm seeing like Kaylee, my bedroom thing, do you know what I mean? And and I'm thinking like, I'm in the mix with these man there, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of thing. Honestly, on the real, like I'm just thinking this shit's easy, bro. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. So obviously, when I started getting in my head of myself, I was thinking I was like them and knew stuff like them and stuff like that. And I didn't, do you know what I mean? So, that was maybe my biggest regret. Obviously, I'm from Peckham. The gigs is from Peckham. We've made this shop in Peckham. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, the police trying to shut down my shop. Do you know what I mean? So it's like...
where's that?
here we go now. So basically, at the time, there was some black police officer in Peckham. Obviously, there was Mario, a white man, who used to walk around on side, but there was a black guy as well. So basically, they always used to come to my shop and say, just like, yeah, well, like, what can I help you, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And he's just always on to me, like, why have you got this shop? Why? I'm saying, like, on the real, like, can't you see, like, what we're doing? Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? I probably didn't like this brother. Anyway, one day, I got, like, they were harassing me so much. At the time, my friend's mum was mayor of Southwark. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, I shouted her up. You know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So basically, I had to go to a meeting, Peckham Police Station, 2nd floor. About keeping my shop open, bro. Do you know what I mean? So basically, I'm sitting in this meeting now with people now, and like, basically, what's the problem? Basically, it's a gang-related shop. Yeah? Why? Do you understand? All these kids are hanging outside your shop. And at the time, I just couldn't believe it. I said, so what about JD then? Because all the kids hanging outside JD, you're going to shut their shop, do you know what I mean? Obviously not, do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. So basically, we just had this constant battle with them, back and forth. Like, literally, I was going to the meetings every week, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? And I'm saying, what have we done? Like, they're not even doing anything. Like, basically, I'm keeping them off the streets, and they're hanging outside my shop. I'm saying, if I had a problem, I'd complain to you. How can you have a problem? Like, do you understand? It's not even your kind of, if you get what I mean. Anyway, so from that now, it was, we were fighting to keep this shop open. And I had these people sitting outside my shop every day as well. But they never used to say nothing to me, bro. Nothing to me at all. Some white guy and some black guy. Do you know what I mean? But I thought they were just police, just sitting and watching. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, one day, he just approached me and he said, yeah, I work. I'm head of community, head of community and safety in Southwark, basically. Do you know what I mean? And we've been sitting out here watching you for time. And I said, yeah, I know. And he said, yeah, basically, we like the way how you engage with these youths and all that stuff and whatnot. And this is what we want to do. But basically, if we try to do it, it's going to say we're feds and that, basically. Do you know what I mean? And we want to kind of help them do this, blah, blah. So I just said, right, this sounds kind of good. Do you know what I mean? But basically, we need you to kind of be the front. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, these kids, they love you. Like, they'll speak to you. I've seen you engaging with them every day, kind of thing. And then, yeah, from that, it was like, shop was kind of dying down anyway. It went to move that to like online sales and stuff like that. And then my brethren kind of took over that. And at this time, it was like the Lupus was breaking out, but I didn't know where it was, if you get what I mean. And at the same time, I was transitioning to do this thing, if you get what I mean, for called Southwark Anti-Violence Unit. And from that, it was like I was just helping disadvantaged youths in gang-related, and if they kind of pose danger to themselves or to somebody else, they thought they was going to die or whatever, but like we kind of helped them, move them out the borough, do you know what I mean? A fresh start, a job and all that kind of stuff, do you know what I mean? But yeah, eventually that died out as well, with cuts and stuff like that.
What was that like when you was actually doing that work though?
For me, it was amazing again, because obviously I feel like I'm doing something big because of the language barrier that these people fail to have, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
And then basically, I've been on the other side. I had probation, and I proper didn't like my probation officer because I thought she thought that I was an alien and she's just a real human. Do you know what I mean? Like, I thought she thought that my life and her life was just both. Opposite. Yeah, do you understand what I'm saying? But we both do the same thing, do you know what I mean? So basically, I hated it, and I knew why these kids weren't engaging with probation. Do you understand what I'm saying? So stuff like that, and helping them to engage and not get a breach and stuff like that from some dumb stuff that they don't understand.
Yeah.
I had job satisfaction from that, to be honest. I helped a lot of people in that kind of way, from getting recalls and stuff like that. I was even getting reported myself from probation, reporting me for helping these youths. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I felt at one time, they did something really bad, made me work with someone that, like, obviously on the road level was kind of a snitch. And I'm saying, you don't know the danger within that. And I'm saying, you don't rate my life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of ended up kind of nearly leaving from there. But some woman I work close with in there called Pauline Campbell, and she was just like, what you're doing, these people can't do. Like, we kind of needed you. And I stayed on for a little bit more. But then from my eyes, I just, you know what I mean?
So, like, you being someone that's done work for the community, been in the community, also been prison, those things, is your mental health been tested, or have you ever had a time when you're like, my mental health isn't what I feel it should be?
I've gone through certain things in my life. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, honestly, in my life, like, I've got like good parents and I've got good friends around me. I've got good people that I can have the conversation with. Do you know what I mean? And I have conversations with myself as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, I see a lot of things from other predicaments and stuff like that, and I just try to balance stuff out. Do you know what I mean? Like, I try to solutionize all the time and simplify. Do you understand what I'm saying? And those are key things to me within those kind of situations, if you get what I mean. I know a guy that's a chef, like, with no feet, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? He's standing on point. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, we know another guy who's a chef with one hand. Do you understand what I'm saying, innit? Like, you got, like, Black Coffee's a DJ with, like, one... Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying, I'm grateful to still have all my limbs and that. Like, so I'm saying, like, I'm grateful to fucking wake up every day, bro. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Like, getting that balance and having that right balance and weighing things up, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's hard, do you know what I mean? Especially, like, nowadays with everything that goes on with social media, with different influences. So I do feel, like you say, it's having the right people around you as well.
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
And having them conversations with yourself.
1,000,000%.
Do you know what I mean? Because, like you say, your body knows more than anyone, innit? Like,
yeah,
do you know what I mean?
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. And I'm saying, like, I couldn't tell you. I don't know the numbers, the statistics with mental health and stuff like that. But I could tell you quite a lot of people have this stuff because of what they think other people think of them, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm saying, why, bro? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, to the point, I think you touched on it before about you walking down the street and people look. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I've been in relationships and girls moan about other girls looking at them. And I'm like, really? Yeah. I said, have you seen me lately, bro?
Yeah.
Have you seen all the people? And I'm saying, if people stare, it only could be because you're attractive or stuff. Like, I'm thinking, why all this animosity? And do you understand what I'm saying? One time I was walking down the street, somebody was staring at me so much, he tripped up and fell. Do you know what I mean? No, on the real. This is do you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, so, like, it's like, why do we get upset from other people's perceptions, bro? Do you know what I mean? Like, love yourself. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? It's a hard one because I know, like, it'd be easy for me to say, oh, I don't care what people think, but I do. Like, I genuinely do, and I don't. It's like, that's the question, isn't it? Why? Why do you care about what this guy thinks that doesn't even know you? Do you get what I'm saying? Why would you even give that a second thought? Like, do you know what I mean? And I suppose I'm asking you that because I want to get to that point as well within my own journey, like, where I don't really care. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think, I haven't got the answers. I don't know why. I don't know why we as people, we care about what people think. For me, I suppose, like, deep down inside is because we all want to be loved. We all want people to think good of us. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but...
do you know what I mean? But it's not reality, though.
Exactly. And this
it's not reality.
You see what it is? That's a nail on the head. Because for me, it's all made up, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm saying an emotion is something we make, like, within ourselves. Do you know what I mean? Hard or easy. Do you understand what I'm saying? We've created it. Just like a dream. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm saying, once you can be able to balance that out and control those things, I'm thinking, like, you're good, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm saying, like, a lot of people use the terms, it's business, it's not personal. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm saying, like, do they get it? Do they understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm saying, like, from when you show, like, emotions or thingy, and like, you're taking it personal. Do you understand? Like, it's hard to admit, but you are. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? So I'm saying, if you can do that, then, bro, like, you're in control of yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you, like, you're yourself. Do you know what I mean? 100%. And that's a hard thing to do. It sounds easy, but it's fucking ain't. You know that, you know what I mean?
100%, 100%. So like in terms of like, tell us about some of the community work that you've done, that you've been involved in, that you're aspiring to do, and some of the things you've got going on.
So basically, we had a show not long ago, like a platform basically called The Come Up. I don't know if you guys ever watched
Yeah.
that. Obviously with a panel of judges, Buck, Gigs Manager, Posty, CEO Graham Daly, Julie Skepta's sister, and Twin. He was the president of Island Records at the time. Do you know what I mean? So basically, the reason why we had that lineup was for people coming to showcase their talent. So we had a lot of people coming through, basically, because you had like the X Factors, you had The Voice and stuff like. How are we gonna be? Why do people want to come to us? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we had to get like a little lineup like that, if you get what I mean. So obviously doing that in the community and stuff like that, it was a proper big deal. The first year, a girl called Debo won. Basically got a single deal with Ireland, 10 grand and a Seattle gold chain from that. Do you know what I mean? And we did it again next year, and a girl from Birmingham called Brits won. Do you know what I mean? Then obviously, third year was kind of like COVID-y times anyway. Do you know what I mean? And there was a lot of different stuff going on. Channels kind of wanted the show. BBC One wanted to own it and do their own kind of. We're not down with that. Do you know what I mean? ITV wanted us to be the first platform or the voice because basically because of the longevity that we had. So basically, like the voice. If someone won the voice, I don't know, they were basically saying next month or the months afterwards, no one was speaking about them.
Yeah.
But Debo, people was talking about even a year or 2 years afterwards, if you get what I mean. So that kind of thing, we kind of learnt from that, if you get what I mean. And that all kind of fizzled out, broke up and that. And I mean, Judd created True Culture from that, basically. Went into management and entertaining.
Okay. And is that like, when you say like True Culture, is it a specific type of artist you go for, or is it just anyone really, or how does
It's
that
just obviously mine and Judd's past and our history and stuff like that. We've realised in South London and what we do and our friends and that and whatnot, like we are the culture basically. Do you know what I mean? Like we are the community, innit? Do you know what I mean? So it's like a true like TRU and like culture basically. So it's not like there's no boundaries with what we do, what genre and stuff like that. Whatever's coming out of our culture, of our ends and that, this is what we're going to be talking about kind of thing. You know what I mean? This is what we're going to be doing. So, yeah.
Okay. And what about the FOS cookouts? Are you still doing those?
Oh, my little brother. Yeah. He still does that.
Them,
he still does that.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of them, still ran the estate and that. And considering everything we've been talking about and everything that's going on with all this COVID and that, if you could be an animal, what animal would you be and why?
Ow.
Yeah?
Yeah, ow.
Yeah. Go on. I think I know why, but why? Why would you be an owl?
One of my artists has got a song called I Got My Eye in the Game Like an Owl. Do you know what I mean? And for me, it's like very observant. Do you know what I mean? And that's just me kind of thing. Just up top, just, do you know what I mean? As bad as things are, always just looking over, trying to solutionize or simplify. Do you know what I mean? And that's me basically.
Yeah. And one more. If you had a superpower, you could have any superpower. What superpower would you have and why?
I'm just going back, because you know why, I've always said teleportation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, I'd love to just teleport out of bad situations and teleport into good, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah,
it makes complete sense. On that note, brother, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, love. Nice. Big up, man. Cool. Thanks.